Hi, I'm Scott Houston. I wanted to take a few minutes and give you kind of a tour and a walkthrough of the lesson environment so that you can see for yourself what it would be like if you actually chose to purchase tuition and start taking lessons with me in our online course. Now, from the main page here at pianoinaflash.com, there's a sign-in button up in the upper right-hand corner that if you click on it, it will just ask for your credentials, which are your email and a password that you provide when you purchase your tuition for whatever courses you're interested in. So once you log in, that really brings you to the main kind of a course homepage, if you will. And on this page, just a couple quick things to mention. If you want to sign out, you can do it right there, and it'll just jump you back out to where we came from. There's also, if you click on My Account, a chance to, update your address information or change passwords, things like that. And if you are working your way through a course and you're ready to move on to the next one and maybe purchase tuition to the next course, you can do it right there, and whatever courses are available will be there. So jumping back out of there, sorry. There we go. The courses on the left-hand side here, those are whatever courses you've purchased. All right. So in this case, the student that I've logged in as has purchased both Course 1 and Course 2. Now, typically, in this case, in Course 1, this student has already completed all 8 classes in Course 1, so they're showing up under the Completed Classes tab. Had he or she not worked through all of those, it would look more like, I'll jump to the Course 2, this student has currently completed Class 1, 2, 3, and 4, but they have currently working on Class 5, and then the upcoming classes are 6, 7, and 8. Now, this is a good chance for me to, I'll try not to be too confusing, but just to explain the kind of way we break down our courses. There are 6 courses total, of which 2 are currently available. The third one will be available probably by the time this video gets up on the website. We actually have the materials completed and printed for all 6 courses, but we will stay ahead of students if you started now and be getting courses 4 through 6 up on the website as they get completed. So again, right now we only have Course 1 and Course 2 up and available. Now, within each of the 6 courses, there are 8 classes. So that explains, for example, in Course 1, here are the 8 different classes, all right? And finally, within each class, and this is a very important thing to realize, then within each class, there are multiple lessons and exercises that you do. So for example, let's jump into, say, Class 5 here. Okay, we are now into the class environment, and this is a video that would, if you hadn't seen it before, you would start watching in a typical situation, working through a course. I'll go ahead and fast forward here to try to find a spot where my hands are over the keyboard to show you that. Pardon me, I'll work my way through here. There we go. So when there's something that I need to show you on the piano to hear it, you can see it's terribly clear and a very good shot overhand, so you can see exactly it is what I am playing. And also, keep in mind, it's a beauty of the lessons in this format that if you ever want to see something over and over, you simply stop and pause and rewind it and watch it again. Okay, now stepping back just a minute, back to this idea of within this class, there are multiple lessons and exercises, and you can see that from this menu button right here. So in this particular class, there happened to be 5 lessons and then the 4 exercises that went with them. Now, how I do it and how I teach every single class in this whole online lesson or online course is there will be a lesson that I teach one distinct kind of a nugget, one concept that I think is important to be taught all at one time, whether that's something that might take you 10 minutes to get underhand or something that might take you a couple days to get underhand. I had the freedom to not try to think of giving you things that would take exactly 7 days. And it was really, it's just a terribly important thing that we kind of found by accident when producing this environment that I think just makes it a huge step forward in piano pedagogy, that I'm not forced to try to teach something within the confines of what it will take you 7 days to go through. Because the reality is you can come back and get whatever you want, 24/7 if you wanted to, or if you are off on a vacation for a week, something like that, that's fine too. Whenever you're ready to move on, I'll be here ready to move on with you. So in every case, there will be a lesson, and then immediately following that lesson, there's an exercise to confirm that you have underhand whatever it is I've just described. And so you'll see they go lesson, then exercise, then lesson, then exercise, then lesson, then exercise, and on and on. And it's done that way in every single class. So, within one class, although there are 8 classes in a course, within each class, there's usually an average of somewhere between, 10 and 20 of these small lessons and exercises that you work through. So I'm terribly proud of the amount of content we've gotten in here, and how well that it just walks you step by step by step through a whole process. It's really a freedom that I've never had in any previous things we've done, like DVDs and the one-on-one series, things like that I've had in the past. This is a real departure in that one way, in that I'm really able to just walk you step by step by step, even as things get more complex. So if a lesson looks pretty much like a video, this is what the exercises look like. I've now clicked on the exercise, and you'll see there's a small video. I'll go ahead and pause this for a second. There's a small video that confirms whatever it is you're supposed to be doing. So just before, at the end of the previous lesson, I will have said, let's break for an exercise, and here's what I want you to do. It then jumps you into this page where you have objectives. You have a small video of me actually showing an example of what it is I want you to do on the piano, and then a description of it this way. If there are any, in this case there wasn't, it was just you listening to something, but if there are any resources you need or graphics you need, let me see if I can find one that may have a better, something that's referring you to a page in your gig book. Let me see if there's something else there. Well, that's referring you to. Sometimes there will be chord charts. There'll be other things down here. But whatever it is that you need to just have all in one screen for you to work through the exercise is right here. And then when the exercise completes, you move on to the next lesson, et cetera, et cetera. So that's kind of the inside classroom look. So that brings you back to the main page where you work through class by class. If you ever have any, number one, if you need any support, if something is technically giving you trouble, you can check here. But in addition, this is important, on every page, there's a feedback form that you can send a question. And this, whether it's a technical question or a question for me or, one of our trained teachers, to be able to say, gee, I didn't understand this, or I'm having trouble with this, or can you give me some more explanation or any advice on a particular thing that I've gone over. This is really the other beautiful piece of our online environment, is that we'll respond to you in a vast majority of cases within 24 hours. And even if we feel like it's something that needs a video explanation, something that we have to show you, we'll actually record a custom video answer to whatever your question is and get it back to you, again, usually within 24 hours. I can't just guarantee that, but in the vast majority of cases, we'll actually answer your question, with a custom video to just get you over whatever hump you might be trying to get over or some problem that you might be having. So you really have, you're not stuck out there trying to do all this by yourself. We're in the background ready to help whenever you need it. 24/7, you can send in a question and we'll get it back to you as soon as we possibly can. So that's kind of a big piece of the puzzle too. So I think the combination of being able to watch videos more than once if you need to see something more than one time, and to completely go through it at your own pace, added to the personalized feedback and support that we'll be giving you, really creates kind of a one-two punch that is hard to duplicate in any other environment. And it's really one of the reasons I'm so excited about our online course and why I think we're getting such good feedback from the students that are working through it. So I hope that helps. That's pretty much a walkthrough of what the environment looks like, and even more so, I hope to see you as a student in the program soon. Thanks for your time.